Good evening. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend and I hope your Monday is going well so far. Today's topic for Mindset Monday is: could your labels possibly be all lies? Could your labels possibly be all L-I-E-S lies? Have you given yourself a label? Or have you ever accepted a label given by someone else? And I'm talking about all categories of labeling in our personal lives, in our professional lives, when it comes to our health, when it comes to our relationships, business, finance, wealth, whatever. There are many labels that we have taken on because we got it from someone else or we have given it to ourselves. And I think there are four things that our labels are doing to us if we're not careful. And it's time for us to do an evaluation of if our labels are possibly lies. Our labels are limitation. A lot of times people get labels from other people or themselves, and they have limited themselves for their potential. They have taken on this identity of this label, and you have stunted your growth. You have stunted your potential. You have stopped your ability to do whatever it is that you feel that you want to do because of this label that you have given yourself or you have accepted from someone else. Or you may have done great, right, in your life, professionally, personally, just any area of your life. You may have done what you've considered great, and then you're stuck there because your label has limited you to only that greatness. So now you have not even been able to do more because you think that you have done it all according to your label. So when you're looking at all the labels that you have accepted in your life, look and evaluate to see, is this label or are these labels limiting? Next, I want us to look at our labels and see, are these labels inaccurate? A lot of times people are so wrong with the labels that they have accepted for themselves or the labels that other people have put on them. It's flat out wrong. And a lot of times we're carrying on these labels, we're carrying on these things that people have put on us, and we know it's not a true representation of who we are, right? You may be thinking of this one particular label, and when you look at yourself, when you look at your character, when you look at who you truly are, you know that is an inaccurate representation of you. So in reviewing the labels that you have taken on in your identity, I want us to figure out, is this label or these labels an inaccurate representation of who we are? Next, I think some of our labels are really excuses for us not to be who we truly are. An excuse to be mean, an excuse to be nasty, an excuse to be just horrible. And then you blame it on the label that you have. Or because you have a label, you think that you are allowed to be a certain way, and then you make excuses for your behaviors. Take a look over the labels that you have accepted, the labels that you've put on yourself, and see if it has given you an excuse to not do good, an excuse to just give up, an excuse to just be average, an excuse to be below average. Not taking responsibility for yourself and only putting the responsibility on your label is truly living your life in excuse. And lastly, I think if we take on the identity of these labels that are not really us, I think we separate ourselves. We separate ourselves from people. We separate ourselves from the people that we should be connected to. We separate ourselves from the people that we should be helping and separating ourselves from the people that should be helping us. We need to look over our life and look at the labels that we have accepted. And not only look at if it's separating us from other people, but is it truly separating us from ourselves? So many people are lost. So many people don't even know who they truly are because they're living their life in their label. They're living their life in accordance to the things that they have accepted from other people, the labels that were put on them that they know are not really their true identity. So as we're going in to our 4th month, right? Because March is almost over. Once the month is here, it's already over. We need to be planning for our 4th month, which is April. As we're heading into our 4th month in 2023, I want us to look over our labels and see if those labels, whether we gave it to ourselves or we accepted it from other people, are not all lies, that they're not limiting us, that they are not an inaccurate representation of who we are, that they are not excuses for us not to be better people, and if they're not separating us from other people and separating us from our true selves. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next week for another Mindset Monday. Bye-bye.